And I want to give you a bit more advice about content creation. I was talking to somebody yesterday who was feeling a bit stuck because they felt like their content was all over the place. They didn't really have a direction, and because of that, they couldn't get inspired about what to post next or what kind of content to make next. So after chatting with them, came to the conclusion that they hadn't really planned what the content was for or why they were doing the content. So my advice for you, if you're having any issues or if you're thinking of starting creating content, to avoid those issues in the first place, do this. You need to think about why or what you want first of all in the long run, in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and then how is that content going to help you to get there. That will make it a lot easier for you to think about the kind of content you want to create and the kind of content creator you want to be. Because if you just focus only on creating content straight away without really thinking of the end goal, you're going to be all over the place. You might make one type of content one day, another type of content a different day, maybe fitness, and then you do something religious the next day, and you change your mind about how you are, the kind of person you are. That can get you in a lot of issues because there's no consistency there. And nowadays, so many people are creating content that if you're not a kind of person that people can go to for this particular kind of content, they're not really going to follow you. Yeah, so you need to think about what it is that you want to do with your life in terms of your goals, in terms of the next few years, and then how is content going to help you to get there, and then you can decide what type of content you want to create. And once you've decided to do that, it makes it so much easier to actually bang out all the content, because I'll give you an example, like my one, like for me, I'll use me as an example. So for the driving channel, I wanted to make sure, so my end goal, like in 5 years time, is to be in a place where I am financially stable enough to be able to not work every day while still generating income. And one of the ways of doing that was by specializing in something first, like specializing in a special type of content, like driving, which is what I knew. So I focused on that and grew an audience through that. And once I did that, the next phase would be to then teach other people how to do that, which is what I'm doing right now. So because I had a plan already, I find it so easy to make videos. I find it easy to make videos on the driving channel, and then I also find it easy to make videos on this channel because I already know what it's for and I already know what it's about, and I already know that I can give value to people, which is another big thing as well. If you are making content, plan on making content, you need to make sure that you're giving value. When I was starting to make videos, or before I even started actually, I used to always hear this a lot from other content creators that were teaching people how to make content. They were saying, make sure you give value. It's something that people say all the time, but I didn't really understand it that well until I started doing content properly. So when you're talking about giving value, the best way I can think of it is, don't think of yourself when you're making content. Don't think about what you want, almost think about what the person watching it wants, or what they're going to gain from it. So when I'm making this video, for instance, I'm thinking about you as a viewer. Are you in a position that you haven't started making content yet, and what can I say to you that will help you, to inspire you, or to help you when you do start making content? So when you think along those lines, it's a lot easier to make content that's useful, that brings value. If you only think about yourself, that's going to be difficult to do. So even for the driving channel, for instance, when I'm doing the driving stuff, the value comes from me giving people knowledge and advice that they might not necessarily know. And the value on this channel is giving knowledge that you might not necessarily know, or you might know but you haven't heard it said it in the same way I'm saying it, or you know it but then you just needed a little boost to get you from A to B. The thing is, what puts people off making videos as well is they think, there's so many people out there that are already making videos that know what they're talking about, and they've already covered all these topics. They might have covered a lot of topics, but they're not going to cover them the way you cover them. They're not going to cover them the way you say things. They're not going to interact with the viewers the way you interact with your viewers. So when you're thinking about it, if something like that stops you from making videos, just remind yourself that there's only one you in the world. There's only one person that speaks like you, that sounds like you, that has, you know, experiences that you've been through. And you can pass on the message in a unique way that only you can. So if you ever feel like you're stuck or you don't want to make videos because they've already been out there, there's already been videos out there already, just remind yourself that you haven't made those videos, okay? And if you're feeling stuck about what to do or what kind of content to make, just remember, sit yourself down, think about your goals, think about what you want ultimately with your videos, and then from then on you can start making nice videos easily. I'm going home right now. It's around, what time is it now? It's just past 2 o'clock. I'm gonna go home, chill out for a bit, have some food maybe, and then at 7 o'clock today I've got a TikTok live to promote the app, and then probably do a bit of editing later. Whatever you're doing today, have a nice day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.